All right, so we got multiple 911 calls shortly after 6 a.m. this morning of reports of an explosion and fire at a single-family story home here on the 123rd block of 5th Avenue Northeast. Our first arriving engine company found a fully involved home, basically a total loss, that was extending to at least two other structures, two other homes located to the north and to the east of it. So we called for a second alarm. We brought in extra engines, extra ladder trucks in order to deal with the flames extending to these other homes. We also had two patients here on scene. We had a male and a female who were outside of the house. They were in their 50s. We transported them to Harborview Medical Center, one with life-threatening injuries. She was a female in her 50s with burns to her body. We also transported a male in his 50s to Harborview Medical Center. He was in serious condition with less burns to his body. No other injuries to report. We also called in Seattle City Light and Puget Sound Energy. Puget Sound Energy crews out here. Once they got out here, they asked us to evacuate a one-block area, basically from 5th Avenue Northeast to 6th Avenue Northeast, 123rd Avenue to 124th Avenue, about 24 homes. They wanted that done as a precaution while they work on a gas line, and right now that's what's going on. It's status quo. We've been able to knock down the house fire. We still have some hot spots. Our fire investigator is out here. He's looking over the damage. He just went up on an aerial on our ladder truck to get an overview of the fire scene, and he's working on trying to determine cause.
You said that the two people were outside. Were they outside when you found them, not when the explosion happened, right?
They were reported, I heard the first radio transmission. They were outside by the 911 callers, reported them outside their home by the time we arrived. So I don't know how they made it outside. I just know that they were outside by the time our medic units arrived.
How big was this explosion? How big was the fireball, and where were people evacuated to?
I don't know how big the fire was. Obviously, it was a fully involved house fire. It was big enough for us to call for a second alarm. And we got multiple 911 calls from various people saying that they heard the fire and explosion. Right now, we brought in some Metro buses to help with evacuees so they're not out in the rain and cold.
And what's the condition again of the two patients?
Yeah, the female in her 50s is in with life-threatening injuries as at Harborview Medical Center. She has burns to her body. And the male who's in his 50s, serious condition, transported to Harborview. He got burns, but not quite as extensive as the female.
And is this tied at all to the gas leaks in North Seattle yesterday?
You know, we're not going to speculate. We did have gas leaks yesterday, and that one of them was at 2 o'clock. It was a corroded water line that corroded down into a gas line, caused a leak. We evacuated a few homes yesterday. Puget Sound Energy came out, worked on the line. They crimped off the line. Around 5 o'clock, they allowed all the residents back in their house. Puget Sound Energy was still working on that line, and we left the scene.